Rabas Savla Nafshina Lagashonanim Habuz Ligeyoinim. So we just cite Psalm 123, our prayer and our certainty that God is and will protect every single soldier and every single Jew and will bring us back the hostages. But we're asking Eibishter, why waiting? Why not now? So let's give some tzedakah, which is the catalyst for all the wonderful blessings of Hashem, especially when we do it together. Custom, many have it. Throughout the entire summer, we learn Pirkei Avot, the ethics of the fathers. The reason for that is because summer we tend to get a little bit more laissez-faire in our behavior. It's hot, we hang out more in the streets. So there could be a kind of a behavior which is sometimes less than appropriate. So we need an extra dose of infusion of energy, godly energy, Torah energy. And that's why we learn Pirkei Avos that gives us the ethics of the fathers that tell us what is the ethical and the moral way to behave. So this Shabbos, we're going to be learning the second Perek. And we start with the first Mishnah. Rebbe says, which is the proper path in life that a person should choose for himself. So he says, Kol Tiferes Lo a path which is honorable and beneficial for himself as well as to other people. Then it says, be careful with what seems to be an unimportant mitzvah, just as with the one which is very or seems very important. Why? Because you do not know the reward of a mitzvah. And then he says, should always compare the expenses or the loss of money that a mitzvah might cause to the reward that you will receive from doing it. Or any loss, not necessarily money. And compare the temporary physical gain from doing an inappropriate thing with the loss that it will bring about. So who was Rebbe? There's no name here, it just says Rebbe. Rebbe, which means teacher. That was not his name. So Rebbe usually refers to Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi. There's no Rabbi Yehuda the Prince. Also known Rebbe because just the teacher. Or Rabbeinu HaKadosh, our holy teacher. He was actually the son of Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel. And interestingly, he was born on the day when Rabbi Akiva was murdered by the Romans. Now Rebbe also stands for Rosh Bnei Yisrael, the head of the Jewish people. And indeed, that's what he was. He was the leader of his generation. He was the one who decided to compile the Mishnah. What we have, the Mishnah and the Talmud, 6,000 Mishnayos, because he saw that we're starting to forget the oral law. So he gathered all the Chachamim, all the sages of that time, to come to a final decision about all the laws, and he compiled them into the 6 orders of the Mishnah, which became the basis for the entire Talmud and a further study, what we'll be studying, the Talmud Torah Shebal Peh, the oral law, with all the responsa and commentary which came after that. And he says in this Mishnah, you should be careful with any mitzvah, a mitzvah which seems to be easy as well as one of those seemingly more important mitzvahs. So there's a beautiful story told. There was an individual who unfortunately found himself in prison, a religious Jew, and was not able to perform any mitzvahs. He had no tefillin, no tzitzis, obviously no sukkah for sukkahs and no shofar, nothing. But at one point he was able to get permission from his, I guess from the warden as they call him today, that one day they will give him the opportunity to leave. So he sent a letter to the Radvaz. Radvaz was Reb David ibn Zimra, a great halachic opinion. Which day should he choose? Yom Kippur maybe? Rosh Hashanah, Tiyad Shofar, Sukkot. Which is the most important day of the year that you should choose to go out? And the Radvaz told them, the first day possible, because every day you have mitzvahs to do. So don't delay it. Any mitzvah is important. And indeed, that's what he did. So this is what Rebbe tells us. Appreciate every mitzvah. It's godly. Don't measure which is more important, less important. They're all equally important. And it is those mitzvahs that will bring us to Mashiach. And we will see Rebbe Yehuda Hanassi back.